Man, I was ready yesterday. I was ready the day before as well.
Yeah, I
When the wind
was
comes,
actually.
Homer's like, oh, I don't know if I can make it home. What? You've been driving since 4:30 in the afternoon. What do you mean you're not gonna make it
I had to
home?
stop a couple of places, bro.
It's wind. You know, it's clouds are black. There wasn't a cloud in the
I
sky.
don't know where you were at. Maybe you were inside. Because when I was driving, it
1604.
was,
Maybe I was inside.
I was like this, dude. I was like, let me see how it looks outside. I was like, okay, you want me to keep driving?
Yeah, that's called night. It happens every day.
It was 5 p.m., bro. I was like, oh. I
Oh,
was like, it's dark over here, and you're like, I don't see nothing.
Yeah, and I'm over here. I'm like, it's 85 and sunny over here.
I'm not even kidding. I went outside. It's windy as hell, but I look in the sky and I'm like, the skies are clear as fuck. The wind is clearly blowing these clouds out of my view.
Dude, I was just nothing but darkness, dude. I was like, oh my god, what the hell?
Are
I
you
hope
playing
I make it home.
PlayStation?
No.
Liar.
Wow. And welcome to another episode of Pocket Knife News. I'm Aaron.
I'm Homer.
Oh shit. You fucked that up. I always go after Aaron, Homer. What the hell, man?
You
Yeah,
took too
Homer,
long.
you always
Jump
close
in
it.
Oh, I
You're the
did.
best.
I went like immediately, and you're like, Homer. Like I'm like.
That's why nobody takes us seriously. We can't even get an intro right. Homer's
This guy's
playing video games.
PlayStation, yeah.
Look.
It's the same every time. Aaron, Philip, Homer. And then when we leave, it's Homer, Philip, Aaron.
Yeah.
All right. Do it one more time, and we'll just cut that.
We're already recording. Let's just
Yeah, I'm not cutting anything. Dude, this is raw.
raw and unedited footage.
That's exactly what this is. You know why?
Yeah,
Because we don't have time
exclusive
to edit
background.
it because this needs to go up tonight. So maybe somebody who subscribes to our
Come up
channel
tonight.
will get a new episode tomorrow. Depending how long this takes to download from YouTube tonight.
Let's see.
Well, maybe we'd have more followers. People were ready on time instead of maybe I'll make it tonight.
I delay one weekend, one time, and then somehow it's a month later.
It
It's like,
happened.
hey guys, we're gonna review Deadpool because it comes out this weekend. Okay, Deadpool's been out for 3 weeks.
All right, so we're gonna
I
catch up
wanted
on
to
Deadpool.
see how it
X-Men.
performed in the box office so we could give accurate reviews.
Uh-huh.
That's a politician's response right
I
there.
have no
I was
idea
like-
where it's at in the box office right now. I know the opening weekend and that's it, and the holiday weekend.
It's at like almost 500 million, I think. It's
Yeah.
on track to be the highest grossing R-rated movie of all time.
Yeah. Did you see that? Obviously, this episode's about Deadpool. We're gonna spoil the fuck out of everything in this movie.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
it's been a month. If you haven't watched it by now, then
You're probably not gonna see it until Red Boxes anyway. So.
See, like, that's what I have an issue with. Just because I had posted something online and somebody was like, about Star Wars, mind you. And they were like, oh my god, really, dude, spoiled? And I was like, really,
It's
chick? Like,
February.
3 months? Like, 4 months maybe already? I was if you haven't seen it now, I'm not going to wait till you watch it on Redbox. Like, no, I ain't
hey,
waiting that long.
I haven't seen it. You know what though?
Which is why we never reviewed that. You know,
Wow.
for someone who's talking about when you're ready, there was sure somebody who was never ready to review that movie.
Hey, the reason
There
I
we
ain't gonna watch it is because I plan on watching it with my friends when I came to San Antonio,
Nah.
and everybody watched it like the night that I was driving into town because that's when the movie came out. I was like, really, guys? Couldn't have waited like one more day?
Yeah, I was there
No.
night of, dude.
Yeah, exactly. See? And then I was like, well, I'm not gonna go
No.
watch this by myself.
No, we saw it on a We saw it the Sunday after it came out.
Why
Oh,
didn't
so
you
that's
invite me?
Which was
8 or something like that.
no, that was you came in Saturday night.
Yes, right. And I was like, why didn't you invite me?
I don't know. You were doing something. You couldn't because you couldn't hang out that day either.
As I recall it, Deborah posted something on Facebook that you guys were there, and I was like, "So bitch."
Mm. What was it? No, there was a reason. Oh,
I didn't go
we were
out until
supposed to
late
do
that
something.
night. Yeah.
We were supposed to do something else. That was the night that our friend got engaged.
You know what the reason is? It's because Philip's still single and can't do couples things. So you guys are like,
Riley, you could have sat with Riley.
Not Riley.
yeah, it's true.
Oh man, it's weird recording in the garage because I'm on the fence if Deborah's gonna make a cameo this episode or not.
You want me to text her real quick?
Because every time
Probably
I'm
be like,
like,
oh, I haven't seen Philip.
No, she's probably asleep by now. She didn't get much sleep last night.
Oh. Shut up. She's probably sick or something, and you're like, yeah.
No, actually, the baby kept her up most of the night.
Mhm.
I had nothing to do with it.
The
So,
baby-
Philip, you
I was
saw
about to
Deadpool
say-
even though you didn't see Star Wars.
Yeah, I saw Deadpool when it came out. Well,
So did I.
The day.
Opening night, baby. Thursday night,
I
9:30
left
show.
work early.
So-
I left work early that day and went and watched it.
Ooh. And was it worth it?
Hell yeah, it was worth it. Although the opening credits, when it was starting, I was like, oh man, I think they overdid it with the jokes. Because they started like right away. But no, perfect.
It was perfect.
I was laughing nonstop too.
Yeah,
It
so
was
was I.
so good. So good.
And Stan Lee as the guy
That
introducing the
opening credit
strippers.
sequence was. You know, we could tell like a linear story here where we don't
Oh,
jump
sorry.
to 2/3 into the movie
Yeah.
Well,
and discuss
you
that
know what?
part and then go back to the
Dang,
opening
dude.
credit sequence to discuss it.
The funny part is, as I said that, like, you froze completely, and I was like, did you even hear that? So,
Oh no, we heard. We heard.
excuse me.
You know what though? I did like that. Speaking of non-linear storytelling, I love that they did an origin movie without fucking wasting half a movie straight without seeing Deadpool in his costume. You know,
Yeah.
he starts out, he's already Deadpool, and we flip back and forth, and they fucking utilize the hell out of that bridge.
Yeah, that bridge was like a good 45 minutes probably, or it felt like it.
It's like half the movie, pretty much, is on the bridge. The
There's-
taxi driver, dude, was hilarious. He's the guy that in the Intel commercials.
no way, that's him.
Yeah, it's him.
He was
Or
great.
the AT&T commercials or whatever.
Oh my god, I love that guy. So good, so good. He was fun.
He was
Um,
hilarious.
Could
I
there
hope
have
he
been?
makes a cameo in Deadpool too. Like
Oh,
he's his
have
cap-
to. He'll
Yeah.
have to. I'm surprised that guy doesn't have a pop already.
Yeah.
Just saying. Just saying. Oh man, that movie was fantastic. So
It really
many
was.
Easter eggs, so many references, so many things for fans of the comics to enjoy. Like
I had to go
Homer.
watch it a second time so I could catch some of the Easter eggs I missed in the first one.
Homer, how many times have you seen it?
Twice.
Twice.
3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was like, you're blatantly lying to me because you asked me to go, and it was the third time you were going.
Look.
You already had tickets for opening night, and I got them last minute. And then I don't know when you went the second time, and you're all, hey, what are you doing? Are you at work? It's 2:30 on a Friday afternoon. It's like, yes, I am. He's all, no response. And then later, I'm on Facebook, and he's like, man, seeing Deadpool for the third time. So good. And I just text him. So that's why you asked if I was at
I
work.
don't want to talk to him
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah, that movie is definitely worth a buy.
Oh, yeah.
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 Oh, hilarious. The dude.
Okay, you know what? I have to say this. Because I said it about Miranda Baccarin in Gotham. I was like, she's hot. And you were like, no, she's not. Now do you think she's hot?
Yes, 100%.
All right, thank you.
I was
Thank
wrong. You were right.
But
She's
see,
Brazilian. How can she not be hot?
she's
I was
hot
unaware of this
but
before going
she's
into it. I've only seen
in
Gotham.
the movie.
She what?
I
What did
said,
Homer say?
I think she was hot when she was. Wait, who?
Deadpool's
His girlfriend.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think she was hot because of what she was wearing. Because there was times when I was
But
like,
she wasn't wearing.
no, when she was
Dude,
wearing
she
it,
was hot through and through.
Yeah.
My wife and I were talking about it. I was like, I think I said it to her maybe 12 out. That is not the girl that we see in Gotham.
It's because she's pregnant in Gotham. Like they're
Yeah,
trying
and
to hide her
because she's
baby
all
bump.
sullen and with
Baby
emo
bump.
Ben McKenzie, even though she's with emo Deadpool in this movie.
Well, she's with Ben McKenzie in real life too, so it's like.
I think that might have been the only thing I didn't care for in the Deadpool movie was just when he gets a little emo. She's not gonna like how I look.
But it wasn't too emo. You know what I mean?
Hey.
It was.
No, it wasn't too
Happy
bad.
International Women's Day.
I think all the comedy that was in there was great. Like I really liked it.
Dude, not even the comedy was great, but it was just so clever, man. The best sequence in the whole movie is when he counts down the bullet shots.
Oh, dude, that's
yeah.
awesome.
It was so cool, even though he blatantly missed the guy 3 times in a row when he was 5 feet in front of him.
He still counted them though, dude.
When the hit and the shell pops out and it had the 1 on the back, I was like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be so awesome.
When he riddles the guy with bullets, he's like, I'm being wasteful. Well, fuck it. And he's like shoots him like 3 times.
Uh-huh.
I like that.
It's like that whole sequence was fantastic, and then he gets the bad guy, beats the crap out of him. Which I don't. Homer, were you familiar with the Ajax character beforehand?
Not really. And then I started looking him up, and I was like, okay, now I kind of remember who he was and where he was from. But I mean, it didn't hit me right off the bat.
I was not familiar with him at all. I didn't really know who he was,
Yeah,
so I didn't understand what his power was. Like he's sitting there with the sword in him, getting the shit beat out of him, and he wasn't phased at all. I was like, what does this guy do? I don't understand.
Yeah, he was just like, yeah, I'm a boss. I don't even care.
Yeah, he's just sitting there.
The joke about him being named after the the cleaning stuff?
Yeah.
Ajax.
It's pretty good.
There's just like so many subtle jokes. Like when he made reference to the X-Men, he's like, Patrick Stewart?
Oh my gosh, that was probably my favorite joke, man.
Dude, that was awesome.
He goes, we're taking you back to the house. And he
was so
wait,
random.
which Professor X?
Like, I don't know.
McAvoy.
Yeah. He was like, I don't understand the timeline or whatever.
Yeah, the timeline is so confusing.
I was
oh my gosh, dude, that was probably my favorite joke in the entire movie. Outside of...
I like how he made the joke about Wolverine, but he couldn't say his name in the movie. And he's like, rhymes with Wolverine.
Yeah. I don't... why?
And Homer's playing. We lost him.
Yeah.
No, I'm hearing. I heard I said Wolverine, and you didn't say nothing. I was like, all right, whatever.
Character all time. This is all I have to contribute to the conversation.
I contributed. Y'all didn't reply, so I was like, whatever.
Oh.
Yeah, that was your contribution right there.
Oh my God. Popping off like the 4th of July.
Good.
Maybe you should silence your phone when we're recording a podcast.
I did.
Yeah. About time. Now all we hear is...
But yeah, Wolverine, right? Funny guess.
Oh, I loved when he pulled up his mask and he had the Wolverine, Hugh Jackman poster on his face. Oh,
and he had it stapled. That was the funnier part. He stapled his staples.
She pulls the paper off and the staple is still protruding from his chin.
Yeah, it's still like, I love it. She pulls it out and he's like, ow. Like,
oh man, the blind roommate.
Yeah, she's in the comics too.
He said she was addicted to cocaine or whatever.
Yeah,
dude, she was so good. She was perfect. She played her role, I mean, to a T.
When she built that IKEA drawer. And they're just talking about IKEA names. He's like, no, I didn't like this.
I love it that he tells her, he's like, you either pay the rent or build the IKEA product. And she's like, yeah, whatever. Like, she's like, I'm going to keep building them anyway.
I did because I'm a bit of a softie, you know, so I thought it was adorable when he asked her to marry him with the ring pop. I thought it was so adorable. And then that camera pans out. She said, where were you holding that?
Yeah.
And he just bugged again. It wasn't quite as cute anymore, but it was still pretty hilarious.
But I love it that she was gonna say something dirty to begin with. I love it.
She said do it from behind, which I was kind of confused about because she did it in his behind earlier in the scene.
Well, yeah, and that's the funny part, because like everyone that's seen Deadpool, like they're like, "Oh yeah, I just watched Deadpool last night," and I'll just go, "Happy International Women's Day," and then everybody has the same reaction. They're just like, and then they just start laughing because it's just like, he got it in the butt. And his face when it happens too, it's like,
He's like,
yeah,
No.
like he does it, but then he's like, no, instantly regretting this. Take it back. Take it back.
I know. He's got,
But,
yeah.
But see, like,
perfect. I don't know.
now I'm gonna jump on this issue because since we're on that, there was a lot of people, parents mainly, complaining that I can't believe this is, a Marvel's hero movie. They were complaining how it was rated R. Not complaining that it was rated R, but like they were like, it's a lot of nudity and violence and blood, gore, and blah 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 blah.
What happens in superhero universes?
They were Ryan Reynolds, I believe. I'm assuming it was him that replied through Deadpool. Pretty much was saying like, well, come on, what do you expect? Like, it's a Deadpool movie. Like,
I'm trying.
I don't know how you
we
didn't.
posted the post on the Facebook. I'm trying to find it real quick so we can read it verbatim. Because his response to it was perfect.
Yeah.
I was so confused, like why anybody was taking this movie, and then take their kids to see this movie, and then I was listening to to a Kevin Smith podcast, and he was like, "Dude, take all the kids." I was like, "No."
Yeah.
I would definitely not take my kid to go see this. And
yeah, I mean, Ryan Reynolds tweeted before the movie even came out. He was like, "Please, we want to make a sequel. Do not take your kids because then there's going to be people complaining and Fox is going to axe the whole thing."
Yep, exactly. Here it is right here. Hey there, moms and dads. It's me, your old pal Deadpool. I want to talk to all of you about something very important to me. My movie comes out in a few days. Some of you have kids that are just dying to see it, so I'm here to ask you, parent to parent, yes, I have a kid, read a comic. Please don't take your underage children to see my movie. It's not appropriate for them, so go yourselves and enjoy. Take them to see Civil War when it comes out. The reason I'm so adamant about this is because I don't want people to take their kids, get offended and upset, and then go complain about it, and in turn get any sequels canned by Fox. Don't be a bad parent, be a good one, a smart one, and don't ruin something good for ruin something potentially great for everyone. Damn, that's not the one I was referring to though. There's one where he says,
Let me see if I can find it.
that's the one we posted on our Facebook. I read another one though where it was, don't, like, this is not a kids movie. Don't be upset that your kid was exposed to a rated R character in a PG environment. I guess he's cameoed on some of the cartoons before or something.
Yeah.
And they were using the argument like, this is not a character that should have been exposed to kids to begin with. So that aspect of it, I was like, that's a really good point.
But see, that's what I think is insane, because it kind of makes me think, like, his comics have been brutal. They may not have been full with nudity, I'll give you that, but they've been blood, gore, cussing. You know what I mean?
Dude,
And
that movie is exactly what the comics have been forever.
Yeah, and see, what blows my mind is, like, I'm assuming these kids have read the comics. I'm assuming, for them to know who Deadpool is, or they're just, oh my god, everybody's on the hype train, I'm gonna jump on that hype train too.
I'm pretty sure that's exactly what it is.
Okay,
So-
I found it.
And that's what blows my mind, because I'm like, you're flipping out over something you let your kids read to begin with. Like, if that's the issue, then you need to pay attention to what your kids are reading.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna take my kid to go see it. I'm not gonna get all political with this shit. You want to take your kid to go see it, take your kid to go see it. But I mean, my kid's 6.
But my only argument is, if you want to take your kid, go. More power to you. You're their parent. I'm not
Just
the parent.
don't bitch about
But
what
don't
happened.
complain when you're like, oh my god, I was so offended of what. I'm sorry, that's like going into, a porn shop and going like, I can't believe there's so many porn in here.
It's what though, I would say
Yeah.
I haven't seen that reaction that much online. I have seen some of the reactions, but those are, I mean, somebody's gonna do it. Somebody's gotta be a fool. So whatever. You were bringing up another point earlier though, Homer. A problem that you got with the Deadpool movie.
Is it? I may cry a little. That it's like overhyped now and it's everywhere. Is that what you were talking about?
Yes, that's what I was talking about.
Okay.
When you talked about this earlier, I said this would be a great conversation to actually have on the show, not 2 minutes before the show starts.
Just double check.
Yep, that's the one. All right.
Yeah, that's my only issue. I feel like it has been overdone. Like I see it everywhere. Like no matter what. I understand Loot Crate. Loot Crate this month was Deadpool month.
Shit, what? I'm pretty sure every subscription box was.
And I was like, oh, okay, cool, understandable. The movie just came out. I got you. And then all of a sudden it was just like I go into stores and they pretty much have like a whole row or section of just Deadpool. And I'm like, okay, this is Walgreens. Like, this is kind of weird for me. You know what I mean?
All right.
Yeah.
So
let me give you my 2 cents on that. I feel that you're 100% wrong. Because this is a movie that should not have been made. We should have never gotten this rated R version of a popular character like this. It shouldn't have happened. But that footage leaked. There was a push for it. And they said, you know what? Fuck it. We'll keep the budget low. And we'll do this movie, keeping it true to the source material. And we got something that was fantastic.
oh, phenomenal.
This shit blows up. All that means is we get more of this.
Yeah.
We get the potential of an Old Man Logan rated R.
Yeah.
Shit, I know that I set the standard before the show that I wouldn't talk about Batman, but Warner Brothers just subtly announced that there's going to be an extended cut of Batman v Superman that comes out on Blu-ray that will be rated R.
See, that's pretty cool.
We don't get that if Deadpool doesn't make $500 million.
Devil's advocate to that one, because me and Javi had a conversation about this. But the rated R rating. The R rating.
Okay.
So, the problem and I agree with Javi 100%. The problem that we see now is, okay, Deadpool was rated R and it did really well. So now are all these other movies now going to just go for the R rating just so they can throw in blood and guts and gore and cursing and stuff like that? But
no, I hope they do what Batman v Superman's doing. They made a PG-13 theatrical release and then they have a R-rated cut when it comes out on DVD.
My whole thing is, as long as it stays close to the source material,
boom,
you can keep it PG-13, you can make it R, it doesn't matter. But it sounds like now, like with Wolverine and just maybe other movies in the future, they might just chase an R rating just because Deadpool. And I'm that's not the way you should go.
That is a solid point, and I agree with that sentiment of as long as they stay true to the source material. Like
Batman v Superman looks like it's keeping close, very close. Like I saw the fight scene of Affleck fighting.
Yeah.
And they compared it to like the comics. I was like, holy, you know
dude,
what?
I sent it to you. As soon as it posted, I sent it. I was like, dude, I'll watch it after work. I was all foolish.
Yeah, and then I watched it and I was like, I'm actually starting to like this whole Ben Affleck as Batman thing.
Dude, do you see him move? And you're like, dude, Batman's never moved like that in the big screen. Like, no offense, Christian Bale, you were great, but you never moved like that.
Well, if you saw it, now after you mentioned it, I went back and I watched it, and Christian Bale looks like he's in like a, those old stop action movies.
Yes.
It's like he moves and it's like so stiff, and it's
that's
just
exactly what I've been saying for years.
Throw a punch and then they're like cut and then move him so it looks like he's moving faster than he is, or what?
Yeah, because it was so hard to move in that suit, or whatever the reason was.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not shitting on any of the Nolan movies. They're all fantastic, but they didn't have Batman's just never moved like that. And a movie like that, in my opinion, I don't think it needs an R rating. But you got to imagine the Suicide Squad guys right now with how they're portraying those characters, you got to be thinking
R-rated.
they have to be sitting back going, you know, maybe we don't need to cut these things, you know, and maybe
It's
we
not rated
can
yet,
go.
right?
It's not yet. They could still pull that R.
That totally needs to be R. Just because I can see it being R and fitting fine. Just being like
Yeah.
perfect as an R-rated movie.
I mean, they make that R rated, and that becomes what it's supposed to be. Just like Deadpool is what it's supposed to be with that R rating.
Just like The Killing Joke.
Exactly. Exactly, man. It's that universe is dark.
It's too dark, yeah. You can't just make it kid-friendly. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, Suicide Squad, like, I understand for Batman v Superman, you got to sell toys. You got to get the Happy Meals. That's where they have to make money there. And you can make that movie in a PG-13 world. Suicide Squad doesn't need to make Happy Meals and action figures that sell to little boys and girls.
right.
They can go for the R rating and avoid those things and fucking take it. Do the same thing that Deadpool did in that, fuck it. We'll roll real close to the source material on this one. Have you seen Jared Leto? He's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Dude, when he's laughing in the back of that car or whatever, it was great. Where he's like shooting outside and he has the gold teeth and everything.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god.
You know what's
I mean-
really funny, though? So, Deadpool got an R rating and people are going nuts about it, right? Kingsman, what was it, a year and a
Not-
half ago?
No, it was a year. It was last February or January.
Okay. So that came out. That was rated R. That's based on a comic. Nobody said shit.
Nope. Nobody said shit, but it
You know
also
why?
didn't
It's
make
probably because
500.
nobody knew it was a comic.
That and nobody knew, and it didn't make $500 million.
Yeah.
True.
It was still a
That's
good
the
movie,
argument. Homer and I were just talking about this, dude. Let me pull up that text. We were naming tons of rated R comic book movies. The Punisher. I just watched that the other day with Thomas Jane and
The
John
Crow.
Travolta. Rated R. Fantastic. One of my favorite action sequences when they fucking you are one dumb motherfucker to bring a knife to a gunfight, and he shoots the switchblade at him. Fucking awesome. Rated R. Blade.
Yeah.
Rated R. What we said? I had said Kingsman. We had other
Blade?
rated R.
Blade, The Crow, Watchmen.
Crow, Watchmen. Yeah, there you go.
I think it's just because they're less popular, maybe?
But I mean,
Yeah.
which I
It's
think is kind of
comics?
weird because Watchmen was a big, like,
It was
oh my god, in the comic universe. Because it was kind of like big for them to do what they did, and it was like, oh, that's kind of insane. Like, the artwork was good by this, man, I can't think of the artist's name right now. I don't even have the book in hand. And they were like, this is it, and for them to make a movie about it and not get the hype it should have gotten blows my
got
mind.
the hype, but it barely made budget back
Yeah.
in the box office.
Yeah.
It did again. I mean, Deadpool's a $50 million movie, and it's made $500 million in 3 weeks. I mean, that's what it's getting so much acclaim for, which it deserves too. It deserves to get that acclaim,
If I was an actor signing for that, I would have been like, hey, I want to make 10% of whatever the film grosses in The Office, or instead of being like, yeah, I'll take a salary. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
Be smart.
Ryan Reynolds just took it. I mean, from what I understand, all the interviews I see with him and stuff, he just wanted this shit made. I think they released his cut for the movie was $2 million. That's what he got paid for that movie.
That's it.
$2 million.
You know what, though? He's got Blake Lively. Whatever.
But I feel
That's
like
true.
he was kind of like, he wanted that movie to be out. Like, you
Yeah.
said, and he
You
was
thought,
like,
fuck it. Whatever you can pay me.
yeah. But I mean, I'm glad he did it. Like, he did it great. He did it well. There was honestly nothing really I would change about it. Like,
No.
there's nothing to where I would be like, scrap it all. This is stupid. Why did they waste their time? It was a
Nope.
waste of a rated R rating. Mm-mm.
No, they definitely didn't waste that R. That's for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, this movie's great, man.
I like that movie from opening to finish. I had never heard of that Negasonic Teenage Warhead girl.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I love her now. I
Gina
hope she gets
Carano,
around.
dude. I forgot she was in the movie.
Yeah. She was fine.
I
She
thought it
was
was
fun.
there was a
That scene
picture
with-
going on where it's her like before she cuts her hair and everything, and she's
Oh,
all
yeah.
like just a regular like selfie that she took or whatever,
Uh-huh.
and it says before you get the mutant powers, and it shows her, and it's
Yeah.
like after, and everything's like gone and changed. I'm like, that's hilarious, dude.
I was kind of upset that they
Yeah.
didn't show her boob. I was like, what?
Really now?
The movie's rated R. Might as well show it.
Yeah, but she, that wasn't happening.
Hey, she's not bad on the eyes, okay? Just saying.
Hey, what were they fighting on in the end?
I look like a helicarrier.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they said.
I was looking, and then I saw the reports of it. I was like, dude, that is what it is. And I don't know. it
From the
probably-
Avengers, is that the one that got
wasn't.
blown up?
Probably.
What they said
One of
was
them.
that's the quote unquote the helicarrier that fell and broke on the first Avengers, I want to say.
I just said that.
Okay, I don't know. I couldn't hear you.
Well, cause
you're
no. First, I don't
Yeah,
know.
the
It
first
could be any,
Avengers.
yeah, but like 25 of them fell out of the sky in Winter Soldier
Three.
Yeah.
that you saw.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, I noticed that. The one thing Homer pointed out to me, the only thing that was pointed out to me that I hadn't noticed yet. Well, no, there's a ton of shit I didn't notice, but one thing Homer and I were talking about, and I didn't see it until he said it, was the guy that he talks to at the end in the middle of that fight sequence, and he stops and he goes, "Bob?"
Yeah.
Homer, tell us who
Oh.
Bob is.
Dude, I love it that Bob is like his go-to man. That's his right-hand idiot through the comics. Well,
It's Hydra Bob.
but yeah, but I mean, he's Deadpool's like, sidekick through everything. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And that's what I'm like. Oh my god, they said it,
I didn't see
and
that
I
part,
was like,
damn it.
oh my god. He like talks to him for a split second.
Yeah, he's like,
Like,
Bob, how
oh,
you
yeah,
been?
from
Then he
so-and-so.
knocks him out.
Yeah. And he goes, oh, the kids are fine. The wife's good. And he's like, yeah. And he like decks him. He falls on the ground and he goes, does she still make that casserole? And he's like dragging him off. And that's what I think is cool because it kind of makes you think, is he gonna come back as a kind of subtle character in the next one? You know,
Maybe.
like
Who knows?
I know
man.
they're gonna bring in Cable, but I mean,
Oh, that's what I was gonna get to next, man. Like, I loved that Bob cameo, especially because I missed it. Like, it happened, and it was one of those things like it's
Oh,
processing.
that
your
guy.
memory.
Yeah. I remember now. Okay, sorry. It took
It's
me
one
a
of those
second.
things you take. You're like, oh, Bob's just a typical name. Like it was funny, and then Homer was Bob was my favorite reference, and I was like, oh my god, I didn't even fucking put it
I didn't-
together when I was
No,
in the
I
theater.
didn't either because I was thinking Special Forces because he was like a Special Forces guy.
Yeah, that's what I was just.
So I was like,
thinking,
oh, okay,
how you
whatever.
back in the day. Like,
Yeah,
I was
as soon
right
as,
there with
like,
you.
Yeah, and then as soon as people started saying, yeah, Bob was mentioned, I was like, what? How did I miss
Yeah.
that?
and it was funny. I was so hyped. Like I had went to the theaters and I was like, I'm not gonna be that cliche person that wears Deadpool everything. You know, I'm not gonna be that douchebag. And I
just
get
wore a red
there
hoodie.
and everybody was in red, and I was like, okay, I'm the douchebag wearing an X-Men t-shirt. Like it's official. I'm the douchebag. That's not cool, you know.
Yeah, way
So
to
I'm
go.
in there. The theater
Well,
comes
not
out and he's
really,
like, yeah,
because they're-
Bob, blah blah
they're
blah,
like
and I'm the only one that
People-
goes, woo, Bob, that's awesome. Nobody says crap, and I'm like, do y'all not read the comic or what's going on here? And I was just like, okay, now I look like an idiot because everyone's shh, and I'm like, all right, okay.
Yeah, the
Guess
movie's
I'm the
almost
only one.
over, asshole. Bam.
Yeah. You ruined everything, dude. Y'all didn't catch that? All right.
One
the best.
that I almost missed. I didn't catch. It took me a second to catch on to it. The post-credit scene. Didn't
Ferris Bueller?
initially realize. I didn't see it at first. I was watching
Really?
it and I was all, why is this so from son of a bitch?
Ferris Bueller's
Wow.
Off.
The original post-credit scene right here. Way to go, Deadpool.
The only thing that kind of pissed me off is the post-credit scene took forever to get to. You know, usually they'll do like some credits, then they do
Oh
post
yeah,
credit
usually
scene.
like a
Oh yeah, it was the
Yeah.
entire thing.
Yeah.
They had
Well,
that
it
fun
kind of
little
fit though
animation
because he was
style
like,
with
"Are
it.
you still there? Why are you still here? Go home."
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
Good
like
eye.
in the Ferris Bueller's one. Man, it was so good. And
Yeah.
at first, as soon as the lights turned on in the theater, I was kind of like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" That was our post-credit scene. And then in the drive home is really when it sunk in. I was like, "Dude, fucking genius! Like, we're just gonna drop these bombs on you. Like, look, we don't know what the fuck's happening. We need to make sure this does well. But if it does do well, you got cable coming. You got all kinds of crazy shit happening, and you're just like, it processed for me later. But my initial reaction was like, that was it, really? I thought that they would do more with that post-credit scene. And then when I really came to appreciate it on the drive home.
I can't believe it took you that long to figure it out.
I didn't
Like
I know.
once he
figured
like
it
turned
out
the
in
corner of the
theater.
thing, I was like, oh
Oh
my
yeah,
god.
no.
Yeah, I got it immediately too. I was like, "Oh
No,
shit,
I'm
Ferris
pretty sure it
Bueller."
was at the go home part. That's when I was like, son of a bitch, that's what it is.
Oh, there's these like younger kids that sat next to me, and they're like, "I don't get it." I was like, "Ferris Bueller's Day Off," and they're like, "What?" And I was like, "You weren't born yet. Never mind."
Shit, I don't know if I was even born yet. When was
You
that
were
movie made?
not. The movie was made in the '80s.
Yep. Nope. Maybe. But
It was
I
what,
fucking.
'86?
Oh yeah. No, that's before my time. I fucking love that movie
Oh,
though
I wasn't
so
born
much.
until
Yeah.
'87, but I watched it. I was growing up.
86. You're right. Good call. Good pull, Philip. It was 86.
I know my movies.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was good, man. I'm excited to see what happens next. I'm
Watch it totally bombs in the next movie. I'll be like, what did you do?
Right.
no way. No, man, I was reading the reports. They're saying they're gonna just do the exact same thing. Low budget. You know, they're gonna try to keep it. They're gonna keep it under. What did I see? 60 or 80 million. I think this one was 50 million. They're gonna keep it low again and just fucking do it all over again, which is exactly what you want to see with a character like this.
Yeah.
All right, on a scale of 1 to 10, Philip, what do you give it?
12.
12. Solid. Homer.
I have to give it a 10. I really enjoyed it. Well, of course, I saw it 3 times.
Damn, man, you only gave it a 10.
You
Philip
only
gave it
giving
a
it a
12.
10?
You
Yeah,
said 1
exactly.
to 10.
Look, I
Right,
thought you could
exactly.
break the third wall or something. Wow.
Yeah, man.
We're breaking the wall.
You are.
I'm gonna give it like a 50 then if we're breaking the
All
wall.
right. There you go.
50. I was gonna give it a 10 and 3/4, but fuck, 50's hard to compete with. Damn, yeah.
Jeez, Aaron, being all critical, 10 and 3/4.
Yep. It was at a 10, and then I was like, fuck, that's Lee from Gotham, man. I guess I'll add an extra 75 cents on that.
Yeah, I'm gonna stack on
Disappointing.
stack.
No, man.
When I watch Gotham, it comes back on Monday, so
Yeah.
when I watch Gotham, it's gonna be like, girl.
I guess I'll just imagine you in a different setting real quick.
No, the first thing I'm gonna, dude, I really hope that somehow, like in Gotham, the rest of the season, she somehow slips in Happy International Women's Day. I would die laughing. Hilarious. And she just like walks into like the freaking precinct. Happy International Women's Day.
That'd be good. That'd be
Dead.
good.
Oh my god, that'd be hilarious.
Oh man, that's good. Fantastic movie is gonna lead to fantastic things. I'm pretty excited for it, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, tune in next week for a regular scheduled episode because we're gonna go fucking bat
There-
crazy next month.
There will be one next week. Even if these two guys don't show up, I will be here on my own.
He acts
Damn.
like he was the only one who was ready every time. I'm pretty sure I
am.
postponed the first week, you postponed the second week, and then Homer's postponed the past 6 weeks. So.
I didn't postpone the second week.
6 weeks.
Oh man, I'm usually good. I don't remember what happened that week, but there was some reason I couldn't do it, and then it just snowballed into us doing it now. So it is what it is. Okay.
All right.
All
Yeah.
right.
We're gonna talk
All
about
right, boys.
movies for the rest of the month.
Yeah, dude, we're gonna go Batman crazy up until we go see Batman v Superman.
Might
Comes out
even
on
shave
good.
my head. Do like a Lex Luthor thing.
Do it like 1989 Batman style, man. Like shave the bat symbol into your head.
Hey, dude.
I'm not
That'd
doing
be
that.
hilarious. You should.
Do it.
I
Do
work
it for the movie, and then the next day just shave it all off, man. You got short hair anyway.
I work for corporate America, man. The
Yeah, but you're
hairstyle
off
I'm
on
rocking.
Friday. It's Good Friday. You'll be off.
Oh yeah. I'll be able to
Yeah.
drink again. I gave up alcohol for Lent. I'm so ready to drink.
Yeah.
That's his only
Crazy
hype.
idea.
So ready to drink.
It's
All right,
been like
boys.
a week, man, and I'm like, oh man, I could use some alcohol. Makes me sound like an alcoholic. As
Not
Aaron
really.
takes a swig of his beer.
I know, right?
What an asshole.
It's a soda.
Yeah, whatever. Lies. I've been drinking water the entire time.
I had water for dinner and for lunch.
Mm-hmm. That's how
It's
you
nighttime.
justify it? Okay.
Oh. All right, boys. Ready to call it a night?
Yep.
All right. This has been another episode of Pocket Knife News. I'm Aaron.
I'm Philip.
And I'm Homer.
All right. Good night, guys.
Night.